Yes, this one is about the South African lady, Sihle, Sibisi. This lady has sold her soul to the devil for money, and she's hell bent on bringing not only pastors but also men in high places, like even disrespectfully the king of the Zulu land. She will not stop. She has no limit to whoever she wants to blackmail. You will see here in this video a video of her blackmailing the king, the Zulu king. What an insult to not only the Zulu nation, but to South Africa. And also, here what a so-called supporter said about her love for money, and judge for yourself.
I didn't go out looking for Ubayete, one. Number two. And when Ubayete finally found or got me, ushelile. Wabona intombi wayithanda washela ngaqoma. Is that my sin? The fact that His Royal Highness, one of the most powerful men in the country, fished Sihle Sibisi out. I was invited, and instead, wangishela ngaqoma. Is that my sin? Aibo guys, really? I didn't go and break anyone's marriage. The guy is a king. Our late king was a polygamist. And it's not to say that I wanted to be in the next wife or in a polygamous marriage. No, guys. I was enjoying umjolo. You ever fed to how many women out there want a jola with the most powerful man in the country? Huh? I was enjoying it. And it was nice. It was sweet. I stayed in the Royal Palace in Ulundi. I worked remotely there, yes. My children were taken to the Royal Palace in Ulundi and stayed for a week there. I had ministers, politicians, family, elders calling me, begging me to not say a thing. And yes, I was subsequently human trafficked or taken to Nigeria, where the same modus operandi happened to me at the Church of TB Joshua. And you can write what you want, guys, because it shows how powerful Sihle Sibisi is, that you don't focus, you leave your problems, and you're focusing on Sihle Sibisi, guys. Imagine. Number 3, what I want to clarify on record. Me, Sihle Sibisi, I do not have a negative relationship with Ubayete or King Zulu Kazwelithini. Me, Sihle Sibisi, I am not part of the smear campaign that is being written or narrated or driven by factions of his family that are against him. Why do I say that? The audio that was leaked a few days ago, that was doing the rounds on TikTok, when a story came out saying Sihle Sibisi is an intruder at the Zulu royal house, we begged the royal family, we begged Bayede to say, please issue a statement to clear my name, because people are saying things about me that are not true. So we sat with a legal advisor who happened to be a friend to one of the legal advisors to the king. And we said, we need to clear my name because my reputation is getting ruined. People are saying all funny things about Sihle Sibisi. Nini Sihle Sibisi is dead. And when you look at the poster, the number on the poster belongs to one of the sisters or a member of the royal family. That's how deep the smear campaign was. Now, that audio was, you know, when you see a doctor-patient confidentiality? Yes. So that audio in the privacy of the legal advisor, who was advised by one of Bayete's legal advisors to say, please talk to him, record it and send it back to me so that when I speak to the elders, I can tell them what to do. That's what happened. The legal advisor on my side recorded it, sent it to the legal advisor who's part of Bayete's team. So, the fraction or the section of people that are against the kingship of Ubayete, Mrs. Zulu, they got hold of this audio because one of the legal advisors who happens to advise the king shared this evidence with not only the king, but some of the royal members. And Dugu, 3 days ago, it's on TikTok. They are saying the king wants to kill Sihle Sibisi. Bayete and I still talk. That is why in November, December, I hosted his brother, his fiance, some of the family members. So, uyashela ngiyaqoma kumnandi, right? Like women are saying, how Sihle phula umshado wabantu abafethu angiphulanga umshado womuntu mina, because Ubayete, yes, he's got a wife, yes, unezanciza zakhe. It's not like I'm the only intombi, maybe, you know, because I was privy to so many things, you know, when I was there at the royal house. And yes, the royal people know me. I'm not an intruder. So it is saddening that the newspaper comes out today and again, people are just insulting me left, right, and center, left, right, and center. Guys, if it's going to put food on your table, continue insulting Sihle Sibisi. But a case had to be opened because all of a sudden, I'm getting random calls from people I don't know who are threatening my life because they are saying I am part of the faction that wants to bring down the king. They are saying I'm part of the faction that wants to destroy the kingship. So I wasn't going to keep quiet and not go open a case because we have seen how assassinations are happening in this country. Moreover, I'm a single mom with 2 kids, and then the next thing I'm gunned down tomorrow. God forbid, what will happen to my 2 children? So I had to open a case. On top of that, the very video that is circulating on TikTok, if you guys took time to go to that very TikTok account and find out who is the owner of that TikTok account, that TikTok account is owned by one of the elders, an uncle of Ms. Zulu. Moreover, I must emphasize, I've spoken to Queen Maisela, guys. Not once, not twice, but a couple of times. Because when I was at the royal house in Ulundi, the king himself did not hide to his wife, Queen Maisela, that I was there. Everybody knew I was there. I mean, I was even taken to Wakangela. I was taken to Richards Bay. I was taken, she knew I was there. To a point where the king wanted us, me and Queen Maisela, to work together. I'm there to Stolile, yeah, intimately so. Girl, Stolile, are you happy? There, Stolile. And we're friends. We're buddies. We're best friends. How? When hayibo naye wabona uSihle Sibisi wabona intombi washela waqoma uSihle Sibisi. And so what? Bhalani bonga bhalani, khulumani manifuna ukukhuluma, text manifuna text. If it's going to give you sleep, balani guys. Even though kulala ebusuku, balani. Ay, angihlangani mina. Yay! Okay, guys, but on a serious note, I've got nothing but love for Ubayede. I've got nothing but love and respect for him. I've got nothing but love and respect for the Zulu royal family. I've got nothing but love for, the Zulu family, guys. But I wasn't saying, hi, mina, ngiyangena ngizoba number 2 no more.
The person we're talking about today is Sihle of Kwanele Mfundisi. Now, we all know Sihle. A lot of us got introduced to Sihle around 2020 after she did a couple of streams with Solomon and so forth. That was kind of like my first time hearing about her and everything. And so, from our knowledge from that story, I need to say this. This story needs emotional intelligence. If you're going to be one of those women in the comment section, I'm not going to entertain that, and we need to tell you off. We need to tell you properly and straightforwardly, because a lot of times when people go through trauma, especially women, if a woman goes through trauma, people tend to excuse them on things that they are actually wrong on. I've seen it before. I've made videos calling out a woman on something that she was wrong on, not addressing whatever story they might have been telling, but addressing her being wrong on something, and emotional intelligence does not come into place. So please, make una package your emotions. That's not what this subject is about. We're not questioning Sihle's experiences or anything like that. On this video, we're questioning something that she did recently. That's wrong. Rowati? Yes. Okay. So I needed to say that first, so that if you are one of those ones about. So Sihle was on some event. I don't know, it's an ANC event or whatnot, to speak for her activism and all that kind of stuff or something like that. And she takes credit for things that she did not do. Yes, that's kind of a big deal. It's kind of like me here. Can you imagine me coming here and say, yeah, I'm kind of responsible for everybody getting RDP houses. Yeah, you see those RDP houses you have? Yeah, I was kind of responsible for that. Mandem was the reason why Mandems have houses nowadays, You can't take credit for things that you did not do, because you take the credit from the people that actually did something. Now, this subject here, I'm doing this episode after I saw Limo had actually posted this video. Now, y'all remember, I made an episode commending Limo's work and posts and stuff like that, or alert on this particular subject. So do go check her out. She lost a previous channel. She's starting from scratch. She's still under 100 subscribers. So go check her out. You remember the lady that she speaks in Sutu, and she does stories and stuff like that. So go check her out, absolutely, if you do remember Little Limo, right?
We have seen you guys rely on these mega churches for votes. That is why foundations like ours that advocate against GBV within the church, you don't fund us, you lock us up, you silence us, because many of you have been to Bishop Stephen Zondo's church. It was our foundation that took him through the CRL commission. As a result, he's currently on trial for 10 accounts of rape. But guess what? We are not being given money. Right.
Now you see what I mean. We need to have people accountable on things that are, if you are wrong on something, we must be able to call you out. Your trauma does not explain, like that you faced trauma at one point of your life does not explain you taking credit for things you didn't do. Here she's taking credit. She's speaking about getting funding. Okay, so that's number one. She's speaking about getting funding, and how she's going about it, getting this funding, is taking credit for things she did not do. The people that got Bishop Zondo's case in court right now are the Popedis. The Popedis are not part of Kwanele Foundation. Let's be very clear about that. We need to make a separation. Now, someone might think I'm taking a swipe at her because I have a preference over the Popedis. No. Can see before Sihle's video, before this thing that Sihle said here came up, I did an interview with the Popedis, and the video is on this channel. Okay, around June, if you go and check around June, you'll see a post that I made with the Popedis where they speak about that load shading. Hi, dear Eskom, it helps for you to give us a schedule and keep to the schedule. If you're not gonna put it on the schedule, I literally checked like an hour ago, and I also checked like 30 minutes ago before I started recording this video to check if there was anything going to happen so that I could switch over. It was not there. It helps for you to use the schedule. You can't even use the schedule? Are you mandems that lazy? Anyways, we have done an interview with the Popedis where they spoke about this, about the headache they had. Okay, and this is another reason why I'm actually making this video, because
after more than a year, knocking, at times going there without an appointment. I think maybe they were, I might be wrong, they might have been fed up. They had to say, hey, this guy is coming here, he's consistent and he's not backing down. Then ultimately we got dates. When I say we, I mean the victims, because they are the ones. It's not about me, it's about them, it's about justice, it's about exposing and getting closer and deliverance. They got their dates. Most of them went there. Some you won't believe. You know, so many things happen. Money talks.
Things get swept under.
I mean, witchcraft, all those spiritual things. There were times where we are expecting people to come in the morning, so and so doesn't pitch up, closes his or her phone for various reasons. We knew what was happening. That is why I say up to date. Tapero in Alemaka.
It becomes annoying after you hear what the Popedi said in that video. So if you listen to what the Popedi said, you'll understand why I'm annoyed with what Sihle is claiming. Not because the Popedis have talked, I've not even talked to the Popedis over phone about this subject. So my ranting on the subject is solely based on how much they stretched, how much up and down they had to put into it. The constant going up and down, confirming what's happening. Where are we? Are we getting a hearing? What is going to happen? Are you going to hold this man accountable? Are the interviews going to happen? Who is coming? No, guys, I want you to understand exactly why I am making this video. It's after seeing how much work that family did, and Sihle to just take the credit for something that Mandems had absolutely nothing to do with. Okay? And as far, if we can actually go that far, Kwanele Foundations, I think they had somebody that they were going to bring to the interviews and everything, and I don't think those people pitched. Every single person that went there, that came for the interviews, when Zondo was a thingy, it was the Popedis that brought those people. Do you understand why I'm talking about it now? That family put in a lot of work into the CRL having to happen the way it did. Okay? You can't just wake up and take credit for something you didn't do. The same way I gave the example, I can't just come here and say, yeah, Mandems have RDP because I was out there putting in the work. You can't. I just don't see. Now, remember, that's why I mentioned emotional intelligence in the beginning of this video, because sometimes people take the traumas that people have had and they use that to say, to let them go on things that they are absolutely wrong about. She is wrong for using something that someone else did to secure funding. You can't do that. Use things that you've actually been credited for, things that you have actually done. That's why sometimes when you're looking at those interviews and everything, you don't even see the Popedis in frame, because when the interviews were happening, they were on the phone call, calling somebody who was supposed to come, calling this person. So for you to dismiss that hard work by trying to get funding, no, we're not doing that. We're not playing those games. We are not doing that. Just write Popedi CRL on the channel and search that, and the video will come up and you will see it. They say it in that video of how much up and down they had to put just getting the CRL commission thing to just be set. Not even talking about bringing the people. How much work is that? No? So having seen that and having had them document that and having had them go as far as they've gone, and then you just on television, you're gonna say it on live television in front of the whole South Africa and take credit for that? No ways. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Sihle owes the Popedis an apology. You can secure your funding, however. That's why I have issues with these activist people, okay? Because they sit right at the back and get paid for doing absolutely nothing. Okay? Yeah, I'm not saying Sihle is not doing nothing, but I'm saying I've seen this type of a thing, of this type of a nature with a lot of activist work and stuff like that. I don't cover activist work, if you've noticed. Or Christians are striking. I don't even cover that stuff. Why? Because behind these strikes and what, there is an activist group trying to take credits for whatnot, for something that might be set up by different people. All they do is show up and they take the credit and then go to government and secure funding. Secure your funding by what you're doing. Don't secure funding by what other people did. Yeah, no, I kind of had to rant here, okay? I had to rant a little bit so that we get this clear. I have an issue with activists. A lot of activists do this. You know what? Let's just leave this. His subject kind of pisses me off. It kind of pisses me off. And the sole reason why it pisses me off is that when you know how much work other people have put into something, and then you just come and you just say something like that, it's annoying at most. What Sihle did here, it's wrong. It's utterly wrong, unacceptable. And so, thank you to Libo for reminding me of the subject. This video is solely because I saw the hard work that family put into it. Getting the people into the interviews, getting that entire thing even to happen because of their consistencies. Other people that were talking about it, but the Popedis made that point, the legal aspect of things getting, so you can't take credit for something that other people do. This subject really nudges me. It really kind of picks me as if I'm the one who's because I've seen how far that family has gone. You can't do that. And if nobody's telling you, you're wrong. It's the Reality Show. We do daily Christian commentary videos. As I always say, we gotta put some of that check on some people's reality. Please have your reality in check.